Imagine fasting in Ramadan and getting arrested for it. Yes, in some countries, Muslims are not allowed to fast, and those who do may face severe punishments. But why are these restrictions in place? And which countries make it difficult to observe Ramadan? Some of the names on this list might shock you. Let's dive into the 10 countries where Ramadan is restricted or even banned. North Korea. North Korea completely bans all religions. The government sees religious practices as a threat. If someone is caught fasting or discussing Islam, they can be severely punished, even sent to prison. Muslims in North Korea must practice their faith in secrecy, or they risk harsh consequences. China. China has strict restrictions on Uyghur Muslims, especially during Ramadan. Government workers, students, and teachers are not allowed to fast. Restaurants in some areas are forced to stay open, and people who try to observe Ramadan may be pressured to break their fast. France. France does not directly ban Ramadan, but strict secular laws make it difficult for Muslims. In some cases, public prayers and Islamic clothing are restricted, and Muslims face challenges when practicing their faith openly. Tajikistan. In Tajikistan, the government has banned fasting for students and government employees. Religious education is also restricted, and mosques are closely monitored. Officials claim these measures are to prevent extremism, but many Muslims see them as a violation of their religious freedom. Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan has heavy restrictions on religious practices. Ramadan gatherings are discouraged, and the government keeps a close watch on religious leaders. Any independent religious activity is seen as a potential threat. Saudi Arabia. This may surprise you, but Saudi Arabia also has strict Ramadan regulations. While fasting is encouraged for Muslims, non-Muslims are not allowed to eat or drink in public during the day. If they are caught doing so, they can face fines, deportation, or even imprisonment. Eritrea. In Eritrea, the government tightly controls religious activities. Ramadan gatherings are monitored, and Muslims often face difficulties in practicing their faith freely. Russia. In some parts of Russia, religious practices are closely watched by the government. Some mosques are under state control, and during Ramadan there have been reports of harassment against fasting Muslims in certain regions. Myanmar. Myanmar has a long history of persecuting Rohingya Muslims. Many mosques have been destroyed, and observing Ramadan openly can be risky for Muslims in this country. Maldives. The Maldives is a Muslim-majority country, but religious freedom is limited. Only state-approved Islamic practices are allowed. If someone follows a different interpretation of Islam or observes Ramadan in a way that differs from the official teachings, they may face legal consequences. Ramadan is a time of peace, but in these countries, it's a challenge. Shouldn't everyone have the right to practice their faith freely? Let us know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe for more eye-opening content.